Good morning, it's Barbara. It is kind of nicer outside, although 94% humidity. That doesn't bode well. We'll see. Good morning, it's Barbara. Thank you for joining me for coffee. Note to self, if you sleep in and come out later, you get to sit in the shade and still have your flowers behind you. I do have to we have pots that sit on this railing. These plants are in a flower box on the other side of the railing, but we have some that sit on the railing, and we had very high winds last night, so Dennis moved them down to the deck. So I will be putting them back when I'm done talking to you. It rained last night, so even though I watered the front as I said I was going to, maybe I didn't have to. It didn't matter. I did my plan, which was to move the hose into position before I turned on the water, so it was limp and wormy and snaky. Let me show you this, so you can know what I'm talking about. So this is the hose. You can see it's soft and mushy. It's almost like woven fabric. It's light and it's very flexible. And then Dennis put these quick releases on, so it's really easy to put the sprayer or the wand on it. But anyway, it's incredible how less hard it is to work with when it doesn't have any water in it. And it only took me, I don't know how many times to figure that out. Duh. I have no idea why it took me that long to figure it out. Well, because this way I have to walk more, because, I could just go turn on the water, do the hose, bring it back, turn off the water. Now I have to do the hose, walk all the way back, turn on the water, walk all the way back, spray, walk all the way back, turn off the water, walk all the way back, spray till the hose is empty, and then replace it. But that extra walking was well worth it. And then it rained. That's okay. I think that means I don't have to water the deck. Many of the deck plants, I have a couple that are under the umbrella, so they didn't get watered. When you have plants that need to be in the shade, and you have parts of your deck pretty much not in the shade, although everything's in the shade at the moment. All the plants are in the shade at the moment, but give it another hour and they'll be in the sun. 95% humidity? I don't know. It's pretty comfortable out here. And with a breeze, it's very nice. I think I will, I don't know why I'm telling you this, because it probably won't happen, but I think I'm going to try to clean up the deck a little bit. I still haven't swept. I'm going to clean off Aura's table, because it's got a glass top, so it gets dirty from being outside. And I'm going to spiff up the deck a little bit, because Russ and Pat are coming tomorrow. We're looking forward to their visit. And at least tomorrow we'll be able to sit on the deck and it'll be nice. The weekend is supposed to be crummy, rainy, and yeah, so that's too bad, because yeah, we'll be in the house. Now, the impetus for this visit at this time was that the small town where Aura and Russell grew up was having sort of an all-class reunion for Hummelstown High School. Now, the year Russell, who is now 81, the year Russell turned to be a senior in high school, the school districts in Pennsylvania almost all consolidated. And so the little town that they grew up in, Hummelstown, Pennsylvania, which is just outside of Hershey, they combined with a bunch of other small school districts into the Lower Dauphin School District, and Lower Dauphin Consolidated School District. And so his class was the first class to graduate from Lower Dauphin High. But anyway, so he went to high school in Hummelstown, so it still counts. But his class was the last class that would be invited, I guess. Anyway, they were planning on going to this reunion, and so they signed up and everything. But Aura has decided unequivocally that she is not going to this reunion. It's about an hour and 10 minutes away from us. And she's decided she doesn't want to go. So we let Russ and Pat know ahead of time so they can do as they wish. But I won't be shocked if Russell decides he doesn't want to go either. I mean, the chances of them running into anybody that they know is probably pretty small. Anyway, Aura's not going, she said. But that's why this weekend. And if it's raining and icky, that'll be another reason not to go. But Aura already said she's not going. But it also means we won't be able to be out on the deck, because it's not going to be nice. So it's all right. Well, there'll be some baseball on TV or whatever. And we'll sit around and talk and visit. Dennis will cook some delicious things. And it'll be fun to see them. But they come on Friday, and if we could have a evening wine and cheese on the deck, that would be nice. So I'm gonna spiff it up a little bit. Could use a little spiffing. But meanwhile, the flowers are looking good, so I'm very happy with that. I have been enjoying my deck, I have to say, on the days where it's nice enough to be outside. So yesterday, I can't think of a single thing I did. I made popovers. Dennis made SOS, which stands for shit on a shingle, which is creamed chipped dried beef on toast. I made popovers, and so we had it on popovers and not toast. But don't be too impressed when I say I make popovers. I actually make popovers almost every night, because that's our dinner bread, and that's also the basis for some of my desserts, because I have clotted cream that Dennis makes, and blueberries, which we have a lot of, or his blueberry sauce for dessert. But it literally takes 5 minutes of my time. So it's not really that impressive in terms of, a big task that I do. Literally takes 5 minutes. So, and then they cook for 20 minutes and then they're done. And you just set a timer for 20 minutes. You don't even have to turn them in the oven or anything. So, that's all I did yesterday. I read a lot. I watched TV with Aura. I watched a new movie on Netflix. It sounded like it was going to be revengey, and I guess it was a little revengey. I thought I heard the hummingbird. It was revengey, but I don't necessarily recommend it. Trigger warning with Jessica Alba. I realized that this is the only thing I think I've ever seen Jessica Alba in, although she was a guest judge on Project Runway one time. I mean, obviously I've heard her name, but I don't think I ever saw her in anything before this. I'm not necessarily recommending it, but I watched it. And read my phone and, did my normal things I do with Aura. Yeah. Otherwise, not much, I have to say. But that's okay, because the house is clean. We're ready for company. We even washed the sheets, and so the cleaners made the bed for Russ and Pat. I just need to organize their towels. And I think I'm going to get get my wheel out of their bedroom. Up, Dennis is up. Frisbee time. There you go. You saw her. She just passed through that that gap in the flowers with her frisbee. So I have to organize our towels and stuff, but other than that, everything is ready. You know, Dennis is going to do some food things, and yeah. Oh, and he's even out here putting the pots back on the railing. I won't even have to do that. This is going to be a lazy day. Oh, I'm going to sweep, or maybe I will wash the deck to get all this old stuff off. I'm not sure if sweeping or washing will work better. What do you think? Sweeping or washing? All these old helicopters.
Probably washing might be better.
Yeah, I think I'll be washing. I think washing. And clean off the, you know. So I'll get the deck looking good enough to have Russ and Pat out tomorrow night if we decide we want to do that, because I like to spend as much time out here as I can, as you well know. And it is lovely this morning. It's been pretty brutal the last few days. And we had something coming through last night. Did I tell you? Like, the straight line wind was supposed to be like 70 miles an hour, which is why we took the things off the railing. He just put his peppers back on the railing, but I'm going to put the rest of it back. And it rained, and, you know, Pearl peed on the carpet. And yeah. So it'll be interesting if we, you know, see what we can see. We probably are only going to go walk the dogs today, so we don't drive past too many things, see if any trees came down or anything like that. We have been very vigilant about taking care of our trees. When we bought this property 23 years ago, 2001. April 30th, 2001, we made settlement on this house. So 23 years ago, this backyard was a forest. A forest. Now, you've been here when we had to take down our ash trees. We've had to take down 3 ash trees in the back last year because they were dead. But those were not the first trees we took down. I mean, it looked like a forest. We have deforested our backyard over the years as trees would break and blow down, and, you know, we've been very actively managing our trees, and so we have had them you know, checked and trimmed, and so we have not had a tree break or fall over. Well, we haven't ever had one fall over. We've had them break and big branches fall and stuff like that, but not lately, because we have been pretty attentive to our trees because we had so many. The property next door that we own has a lot of trees, and a lot of their trees those trees could land on us if they break and are in bad shape. So we have also taken care of the trees over there. The house, and where our house would be if we were ever actually built it, doesn't have any trees close by. We were going to do, you know, solar and all kinds of stuff because it's kind of out in the open, but it's not in danger from trees. The barn is, the little barn. In fact, the first thing we did when we bought that property was have the barn roof repaired because a giant branch had gone through that a few years previously before we bought it. Anyway, so we are not in danger under normal circumstances of having issues with our trees, because we do keep up with, we have tree people who take care of us, and they, you know, we are vigilant about the trees. We have spent a lot of money on our trees over the 23 years. But yeah, that used to be a forest. Used to be a forest. Right, puppy? That was before your time. I got Maisie here. You want to say hi? You want to say good morning? Are you a good girl? You've been a good girl. I must say, Maisie is getting better. She is getting better. She's still rambunctious when company comes, but not as bad, and she calms down sooner, and you listen better, don't you? You're getting better. We're working on it. We're working on it. We still have a lot of dog in this house. And Dennis was just talking about, you know, When these girls die, I might be too old to get another dog, so maybe we should get another dog now. Do you need a puppy to play with? Do you need a puppy to play with? I'm like, and I guarantee you, if we got another puppy, it would be a German Shepherd. You are the exception, aren't you, Maisie Daisy? Yep, she's the exception. You're the exception. Yes, you are. I'm like, no. We already have too much dog in our house. Although Pearl gets a shot every month, and Dennis took her for her shot when I was at my parents' last week. And, or Monday. And her weight had not changed. So we've got her food down to a science. You know, we weigh their food to make sure we give them the right amount, because they get, you know, meat. They get meat and eggs and fish oil. And so we weigh it. Maisie, Dennis says she's still a chub. She is not a chub. She's just not at her ideal weight. And when we ask the doctor what her ideal weight is, she says, oh, I don't know. When you rub her gently across her ribs, you should be able to feel her ribs. She's not as active as Pearl, so she gets less food by a lot. Pearl gets 1 pound 10 ounces, and Maisie gets 1 pound 5 ounces. And Maisie weighs a little bit less. Anyway, that's the deal with our dogs. And I'm rambling now. Meanwhile, it's gorgeous out here. I'm going to finish my coffee out here and upload this video. Mark your calendar. July 13th is our Zoom in July. It's only 3 weeks between Zooms, because the end of the month I'm having Christy here and Dawn here, and I'm not sure what the schedules are and everything. And so the 13th. I don't know what we're going to do in August. We got birthdays galore in August. Both the granddaughters have birthdays in August. Dennis has his birthday in August. My dad has his birthday in August. So I'm going to have to get some clarity from my son and daughter-in-law about what their plans are for the granddaughters. So I don't have to miss my own Zoom call, because I won't miss my granddaughter's birthday party if I can help it. So we'll see what they have to say. See what their plan is. We will be having the girls for a week in August. I need to find out what week we're getting so that we can make a plan. We're going to take them to Gettysburg. I know we're going to do that anyway. I'm not sure what else we'll do. Oh, there goes the Frisbee. Did we see her? I don't think we did. Oh, there she is. Maybe we did. So now I really am rambling. I'm going to go. I'm going to go upload this. I'm going to wish you very, very well. I hope you're all doing great. I'm going to say stay safe and stay sane.